Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm the Freckled Princess. I'm Christine. Thank you so much for subscribing. Those of you that did, you are the first ones to see this video. So today we are going to be doing a pin curl tutorial. So we are going to go through everything from setting yourself up for the night so that you can do your pin curls, doing our pin curls together, and then taking them out in the morning and styling it. So I will also give you tips on how to take care of your pin curls for the next 2 days. Mine usually last about 3 days, and if they're not doing that well, I will rock a really fun beehive or updo. So here we go. Alright, so the first thing that you will need are bobby pins. I bought these from Sally's Beauty Supply. They are the Meta Grip Premium Bobby Pins. It's for 300. It was about $8. Now, the thing with bobby pins is I used to think that they were never strong enough to hold my hair. The reason was because I was buying them from the 99-cent store. So I was losing them. They don't have a good grip. If you invest in good ones, you won't lose them because you spent good money on it. And they will work so much better. And they're so great for styling your hair and kind of sneaking in little pieces that didn't curl and kind of hiding them away. Now, second, you will want a mousse. I got this little tip from the Pinup Companion. She is here on Instagram. If my pin curl tutorial does not work for you, she is a good one to go seek out and see if maybe she explains it a little differently and maybe a little better for you. Everyone takes knowledge in differently, so she's a good one to go to. But she recommended using mousse. A lot of people will do a wet set, and I've done a wet set, but the problem is my hair is so thick that depending on how big each section was that I pin curled, either it would dry really well and have this beautiful pin curl, or I would have about 5 beautiful curls and then one curl, usually at the top or right in the middle, that would just dry kind of bent. And that's kind of impossible to hide. So instead of doing a wet set, I love the idea of using mousse. Now everything that I use is cruelty free, so they all have the bunny on them. I don't know if you guys can see. I love this little guy. So this is Giovanni. I got this from a very expensive company called TJ Maxx. It was $5.99 and I used it once. I really liked it, so I went back and I stocked up on quite a few. So this is a really nice one. It's very light, so you feel like you have to put a lot in, but you don't. You will also need a brush. I generally only use the brush once, and it's to go ahead and just get a nice part in my hair, but that is about it. So 2 more things. A hair scarf. You want a hair scarf so that you can tie it in your hair to set. It makes it a little easier to sleep at night, and it takes away the worry of thinking in the middle of the night that one of them will pop out and you'll have all these curly hairs and then one wonky one. And you will also need a shower cap. No one ever mentions a shower cap. Like, how do your pin curls stay when you take a shower? So get a shower cap. Make sure that it's nice and wide. This one I got from Ross. It was really good, so I went back and got another one, which was great because when it lost its elasticity, I had a spare. Oh, and one more thing. I like these tiny foam rollers. You want to use these foam rollers because for some reason the pin curls, when I put them in the back, they don't set very well. If I put it on a foam roller though, it sets a lot tighter, so it keeps it nice and tucked when I take it out. So it's not nice and short in the front and then a couple long strays, so it dips weird. So I use these, and what's nice about these is even though you're rolling them tight, if your hair gets stuck, you're able to take this off and clip it back on when you are done. First thing you're going to do is part your hair in the way that you would like it set the next day. Grab your favorite mousse and rub it in your hair from roots to tip. For this tutorial, we are doing a deep part that will start over the arch of the eyebrow. Once the mousse is set in your hair, either by brushing the hand or by brush, you will start to roll the tips over your thumb, and then as you roll, you're going to keep your thumbs connected so that you are able to quickly move the pin curl towards your head to set in place. Depending on how secure your pin curl is, you can either use 1 or 2 bobby pins. On my first night, I prefer to do smaller sections and tighter curls. And on the second and third night, I take bigger sections to make bigger curls. And as you will be doing tonight, you will continue to use your hair scarf on the second and third day of your pin curls. Continuing the pin curls through the very top of the head until you have a small section in the back that is almost mullet-like. Then you start to add in your foam rollers. All of tonight's pin curls are going to be rolling in towards the scalp. A lot of pin curl tutorials ask that you lay some of the pin curls flat, but we are going to let them keep their volume, mostly because I have no idea how to do it nice and flat. So we are sticking with what we know today. The first time I ever did a pin curl set, my arms were exhausted. I was nearly in tears because I was so frustrated. So take a break, come back to it, keep trying. You guys will be amazing and you will feel so wonderful when your hair comes out after all that work and all that learning. So my biggest advice is be patient with yourself, keep watching tutorials, keep practicing. You will get it and you will be so happy when you do. We are going to keep working on our pin curls until the top half of our head is done, and then we will get a nice mullet look going on, and then we will jump in with the foam rollers. Now, as you're going to see, I use small sections, tight curls, and a lot of them for my first night. For the second and third night, I only use about 9. So 6 pin curls, 3 foam rollers, and I'm good to go. And it leaves me a beautiful curl the next day. They see me rolling, they hating. My pin curls are super cute and nice and flirty. Oh yeah, they're nice and flirty. Oh yeah, they're nice and flirty. I should not be allowed to do these. To show the progress of a lot of this just because it's good to see how long it takes even when it is sped up and all the trouble I was having with certain sections. It happens to everybody. You just have to keep going. Now the next minute or so is me struggling with one of the sections. If you want to see my small victory of when I finally get it pinned to my hair, then keep watching. If not, find your way into the next section where I start to show you how to use the foam rollers for the bottom part of your hair. There are totally going to be trouble spots. It's okay. Sometimes your hair doesn't want to go in the direction you want want it to, so then you try the other way, and nope, it's just being a little rebel. Take a breath and come back to it. You can always try approaching it from a different angle, but again, I can't stress enough how important having patience is, taking a break, and coming back. But I did it! Here we go, happy dance, and on to the other side. Finally. Making sure those ends are all moosed up so that it is easier to curl those babies in towards the head. Now it's time to add in the foam rollers. You're going to place the foam rollers at the very tips and start to roll it in. You're going to pull your hair up towards the sky so that it gives you a little more height, to give you a little more volume when you start to pull it in towards the head. The reason I do the foam rollers in the back is because I can never get my pin curls tight enough to make the pin curls nice and short when I unravel them. So the foam rollers are a nice little addition to my pin curl set. You only need about 6 of these in the back, and then when you do your second and third night, you would just need about 3. So let's speed this up and get this done. Okay, so now that that is done and we've got this cute little do going on, so we have pin curls up top that we have not flattened. We let them stay like this, and then we have our rollers in the back so that they are nice and tight. So we're going to get our scarf and bring it point to point so that it becomes a nice triangle. You're going to bring the one side over the head and you're going to swoop this back. So you're going to get the 2 pieces and crisscross them. Okay, so you got the 2 pieces, you crisscross them, make sure that this stays over the hair because the whole point is that we're trying to protect this little do. All right, so it goes over the head, and you want to find a nice safe space for your curls. You are either going to move them forward or move them back so that when you tighten this, it doesn't sit on an actual curl. So here we go. I'm not gonna lie, this is the first time ever. Oh, so you're going to press this up so it goes over that little knot you just created. Keep it down with a finger, and then you're going to create another knot on top of that. Ta-da! So I'm not gonna lie, this is the first time I have never not looked or ever not looked like Lord Voldemort. So Neil will be very pleased. All right, so we are done, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Enjoy your pin curls, and we will brush them out in the morning. Good morning, everybody. So as you can tell, I am ready for the day. I just need to style my hair. So we are going to take out the hair scarf together. You can tell I slept in it and I had a shower cap on it. The shower cap will save your curls. So we are left with this, and we are going to start taking out the curls. So when you take out one curl, it should come out like this. Very nice. I know my hair is dark, but very nice curl. So I'm going to leave you guys for a moment, take this all off, and come back when they're all undone. So the hair is all out and ready. Oh, there's always one that slips through. Doesn't want to go. Make sure you put your bobby pins back in its designated space. You're going to need a couple brushes, some with a tip so that you can part if you need to. Any type of brush that can go ahead and tease your hair. This works better for me than this one. You're going to need a brush, a type of balm that you prefer to use to smooth out your hair, and then a couple of these little alligator clips. Here we go. So don't be afraid to brush out your hair. I thought, oh my gosh, I'm gonna brush out my hair and then lose all my curls, which bummed me out. But if you brush out your hair, you're actually able to get, I start with my fingers, you're actually able to get some control over it, because you will end up looking like me, like Harpo Marx, because I tend to do my curls really tight. It got very yellow. Let's try to fix that. Okay. So I do tend to do my curls pretty tight, so I get this kind of Harpo Marx thing going on. I'm so sorry for the color, you guys. I'm gonna stay over here so that the color stays right. So you'll see all of this. Now I'm going to brush it through. There shouldn't be any tangles because we were so good about brushing our hair first and brushing the mousse through. But you know, they are curls, so stuff will happen. So you'll see it starts to smooth out at the top and then the curls come to the bottom. And you'll see that the back stayed really tight because we used those foam rollers. So we're brushing it all out. I feel horrible that I'm hiding in this corner, but it's the only way that the lighting is working. Okay. So you've got this situation going on. You've got this like clown thing happening. Don't panic because you can fix it. You've got your balm, you've got your alligator clips. Oh, and you're gonna need hairspray. So the one that I use is the Fast Dry hairspray, and it is from, I think, Derm Organics. Again, cruelty free, and it was $7.99 originally, $12. So that's another TJ Maxx buy. Looks like this. All right, so I am going to, because I did my part already, I'm going to start with my bangs, because usually whatever my bangs decide to do is how the rest of my hair will style. So I kind of just situate those. They've got a nice little curl going in. I'm going to use my balm. The best way to use a balm, I love this Trader Joe's head to toe balm. It's actually a chapstick, hand lotion, and you can also use it to tame your hair. Place it on your hands. That's nice. Place it on your hands. Give yourself a nice little massage, and then just run your fingers through your hair, and it'll start to tame it. And the nice thing about this balm is it is, I believe, $2.99 and cruelty free. Alright, so you can already see that that's helped out individualize the curls. Okay, so a good way to do this is to grab a section, place your hand underneath, and then brush over the hand, and it leaves you with this nice little swoop. Okay, then we're going to go through the rest and do the same. So I kind of like the fact that this is so flat at its poofing here. So I'm just going to focus on the other side. All right, before we do the other side, I'm noticing, I can feel that this is a little wavy and flat. So I'm going to pick up a nice big section, get whatever teaser brush you prefer. Again, it's up to you, and I bought both of these at TJ Maxx. I prefer this kind of comb, the smaller one. I'm going to tease. So all you're doing is bringing your hair or pushing your comb in and pressing it down. Okay. I want my hair to look flat, so then you gently maybe use the other brush to flatten over that spot we just teased, so it has volume, but you don't see the mess underneath. All right, now the side part. Because I do such a big side part, we are going to take care of this. So do you guys see how this is a different height? This is a little longer than this side, so we're gonna try to take care of that. You have the option when you're here to clip this behind your head, tuck these curls in, and have this kind of deal going on. I think I want something a little more. You can do a flower clip, you can do a hair bow. So I'm just gonna fix this. I feel like this side is not participating, so we might go flat. All right, so here we go. Pressing this down, getting our bobby pins, those fancy ones that will hold anything. Press the hair pin in, and we're good. So you get to decide if you're doing this Princess Leia type of thing, or you can curl it in a little bit. And you can do small sections, work their way in, smaller sections. This guy is not my friend today. I feel like I've had a lot of trouble with doing this tutorial, but it's good for you guys to see because it doesn't always go according to plan, and you will have little meltdowns, but then once you're done, you'll get all these compliments and you'll feel so great that it won't matter. All right, so I have these stragglies right here. That means that I didn't curl, that's what I'm talking about. It didn't curl correctly. So that's where kind of tucking it into another curl and hairspraying it down really works. So we're gonna get our hairspray, press it in. And we might have to, because it's so crazy, this piece, we might have to just pin it down, kind of hide it. So we are going to grab this piece, press it in. I don't want to see you no more. All right. Same thing with a couple of these this little one here. Tuck it in. It's really annoying to spend all that time curling your hair, and then when you do your hair the next day, there's one little piece just hanging out. So take care of it. That's what hairspray is for. That's what bobby pins are for. Nothing really goes according to plan. You have to, the biggest thing I've learned is to let your hair do whatever it wants to do, and you just kind of play along with it. All right, so I believe we are done. Oh, if you guys want to do a swoop in the front, you will grab your bangs, maybe a little more than you normally would. Let's fix that lighting. A little more than you normally would. Go ahead and tease down. Okay, so you should have this thing going on. It's nice and poofy. And then use the smaller brush to just smooth it out. And you should have this swoop. Okay. Now, I like to use my thumb, press it in, push it up, and it is done. Gorgeous. Sometimes this makes up for the rest of the shenanigans. I like to hairspray underneath. Press your thumb in, let it hold for some time so that it dries with your thumb underneath. And you'll pat everything else down. push anything in. This is also good to just kind of smooth stuff in without getting your finger caught. And I believe I'm pretty happy, so we're good. If you would like, you can use a hair bow. You can use a hair scarf to tie around, not there. Use a hair scarf to tie around if you'd like. I tend to like to put, we're gonna take this off of my bathroom flowers. We're gonna take this and we can push this in here. It's totally up to you what you guys choose to do. The best thing to do is if you buy these flowers at Michael's, you don't have to add the alligator clip. If you want to, you can glue gun it in, but you just get a couple of the leaves or the petals, put your hair clip or your bobby pin in, press it in, and you are good to go. All right, last step, hairspray the heck out of everything. Remember, you're teaching your hair what to do. So if you are patting it down a little bit, making sure everything's tucked in, your hair will hopefully stay all day. Use a lot. So it's good to get the hairspray that's more flexible. And we are good. All right, hope you guys have a great day. I hope that this helped you. And I would love to be tagged in your photos when you do try the tutorial. I am at The Freckled Princess on Instagram, or send me a photo. All right, I will see you guys later. Have a good day. Mwah. Bye.